Hey everybody, and welcome back to Let's Play Avernum, Escape from the Pit. We recovered the ancient stone, whatchamacallit, the answering stone, that's what it's called. And completed Basikava, surprisingly, unexpectedly, at least on my end. And I'm not entirely sure who to turn it into, but let's try him. I've returned with the stone you seek, yeah. I thought the chief was the one officially giving me the quest, but obviously this priest and this shaman here I should be just as interested in hearing about my success. Anyway, I give her? Him? Anyway, the moment you produce the stone, the colony goes mad with joy. The sliths start to run around chanting in a frenzy. Spas comes and takes the stone and returns to the temple. Thank you, humans, Svos says. Perhaps we will learn from this stone how to return to our lost homeland. And as a reward, there is a chest in the caves below here. Walk to it, bow and touch your forehead to it, and it will open. Inside is a great treasure. Take it, and our gratitude. That's a sealed chest. Right, I had made a note about that, but completely forgot about it, actually. We have found this super sharp knife, whose description says something about being able to cut through any material, which I at one point suspected might be used to open sealed chests like that, but apparently this one is special. Okay, well, I mean, thanks. I was expecting a little bit more lore, maybe? Although we have learned quite a bit down there. I guess I'm not really getting new info here. Seems like what we were able to ask about before. Got some experience. No new dialogue here either. Welp, so much for that. Actually, I'm not sure where exactly that chest was. But I think it's on the next level down, not on the lowest level. And yeah, it's up here. Right. I might be able to get there easily. I think there's just a button here somewhere. Oh, okay. Didn't run into any respawn enemies on my way out, but I guess there are a few. It seems kind of random what kinds and how many enemies return in previously visited areas. I don't know if that's just... It might really just be a random chance for any normal enemy to reappear. Hello, Cave Widow. Right, you find the box Svos described. You bow and touch your forehead to the box and it opens. It contains a bow. Yay. You can understand why they gave it to you. Sliths don't use bows. Yeah, neither do I, but... oh well, both are deep woods. Maybe it's nearly as good as the expedition bow. Well, okay, it is damage-wise. Seems to be on the same level. Plus 5% to healing. And mind effect resistance. Okay. Huh. I mean, the only one who will benefit from the extra healing, of course, assuming it's not healing received but healing done, is Gina. Unfortunately, we've kind of decided that she's going to use thrown weapons, although, strictly speaking, a single point in that skill is not really going to... is not really making her a good thrown missile user at all. Like, I could just put a single point in here and she's just as good at using bows. As it is, she doesn't deal any particularly good damage with her missiles anyway. And this is definitely going to benefit her more, or benefit the entire party, just by making her healing better. And making her resist mind effects even better. So, yeah, there's that. I guess no more missiles. They're just inconvenient anyway. I guess having good bows for everyone is just better in almost every regard. I suppose there must be good thrown weapons, but even those, like if there are artifact thrown weapons, if that's even a thing, those will also be in limited supply and thus limited usefulness. So yeah, I don't know. I'm pretty sure in the Avernum series they changed it so that missile weapons aren't just unlimited use, right? Even though it's unrealistic, it's the only way to really make them viable in the long run. I mean, the normal ones, the regular javelins in this game, are in ample supply. Ample enough supply that you can just use them. But obviously, just having a bow means you pretty much deal the same damage, assuming you put the same kinds of skill points into that skill. But you're never going to you'll never have to worry about running out. And there are definitely artifact bows that have additional benefits, magical bonus damage and whatnot. I should go somewhere I can regenerate. Rasicava does not do that. Or does it when you enter from the outside? No, it doesn't. But Cassis is right here. Right. We refresh our Board of Steel. Next time, or next, our next destination is the Slith Castle. If I could talk, that would be helpful. So I guess we're mostly going to deal with physical damage. Of course, there's going to be the occasional shaman and mage and whatnot. Okay, we exit the boat and immediately run into this group. Okay, 3 mages. See if I can reach this one. Looks like I can. At least this patrol on the outside here seems like the same kinds of sliths that we've been encountering everywhere. You just kill or not. Well then, I would like to take out the mages if I can. Maybe if I step here. That leaves me in a risky position, but... okay. Step there. He's probably going to be attacked. But the mages are dead, and... oh, okay, thanks for knocking me back, actually. That helps. I mean, they're hardly dealing any damage to Casca. But if they didn't miss, they would deal quite a bit more damage to our mage, I think. Oh, hang on. Okay, my mouse was being a little bit, I don't know, tough going again. What happens? I'm using a trackball mouse, by the way. I know, I'm weird. In more than that way. But I like it. Both being weird and using a trackball mouse, that is. Yeah, let's target the bigger group here. Hopefully those are hit. Summon demon. I mean, it's just an imp. It's literally no danger at all. Unfortunately, we didn't quite finish these off. Actually... okay, nice. Killed that one, and this should be... well, this... yeah? Should work? Well, okay, I guess we missed this one after all. That's fine. Just some frost damage that didn't even hit. Kill it. And this might be a one-shot? No, almost. Could have tested her new bow, actually, just because. No drops at all from this large group of enemies. Well, was there more than one patrol? There was. This one with shamans. Okay, pretty much the same deal. You might be able to reach this shaman. Yes, easily, actually. If I could, yeah. I mean, I can do this just to speed things up a little bit. You can step there. And this should maybe kill the shamans. Yep. Not like they have any better chances of actually killing us, but they have better chances of slowing us down by... well, one of them actually is enough. Yeah, healing things, well, healing its allies, or his allies, whatever. Already slows things down a little bit. What? Oh, he's ensnared. That sucks. I was going to stand here and maybe hit most of this group. Still hitting most of the group. Not the shaman though. But yeah, healing his allies and maybe stunning us, dazing us, whatever. All those things. Just making the fight last longer without making it any more difficult. So I'd rather take the shaman out quickly. Didn't quite work out. I mean, I took out two of them, so I guess it did work out in a way. Now, after saying all that, should I focus on killing the shaman? I guess it's... ultimately it saves more time to take out this group here. If I... okay, if I could target this one empty square... You know what? Just leave this one guy alive. That's fine. It's not worth. I'm losing way more time trying to target the cursor the way I want than I gain by taking out the enemies quickly. So yeah. Okay. You have to basically waste one of your attacks on an almost dead enemy. Heal Tiamat, because it would be really unfortunate if I ended up... oh, wrong button. If I ended up losing someone here. That missed. It was hasty. Okay. Whatever. There. Kill. See, that's how it's done. And you just fireball. I should have just fireballed. I was thinking about fireballing, but I was worried that it might deal too little damage. And these enemies actually drop stuff. So I guess it's just random whether any of the sliffs drop their normal basic loot. Okay, there were two groups patrolling apparently. Should I go through the front entrance? I mean, it seems like they have three unless there is another one there. Oh, and the AI decided that I wanted to go there. Approach this door apparently. I mean, technically they shouldn't let me in through any of those gates. You stand outside a dark castle. It has been burrowed into an enormous spire of black basalt. Yes, basalt. The corridor is winding and twisting through its core, and it is filled with barbarian Slazarikai, the foes of Avernum. You can hear them in there, eating, working, chanting. You occasionally hear an agonized reptilian hiss as a warrior falls in a duel. This is the fortress of Sths, leader of the tribe, sworn foe of Avernum. If Avernum is to ever be safe, he will need to be destroyed. To reach him, however, you will have to fight past or somehow sneak past many, many guards. You can only hope that there is a way in beside the front gate. Well, I mean, that's what I'm expecting, because, again, they are not going to just open for me, so... Well, we have landed here before. But not actually seen the entrance. Let's see if I can... Oh, well, there is some kind of passage here. Oh, and this gate is actually open. You're close to the main entry hall of the Slith Fortress. Oh, I didn't realize this was the main entrance. It kind of seemed to me that the part with the southern part with the pier would be the main entrance, but I guess that doesn't necessarily make sense. You're close to the main entry hall of the Slith Fortress. From here you can hear a mass of lizard warriors in the main entry hall practicing with their two-tine spears and grunting viciously. There are a lot of Slith warriors just ahead, quite a lot. Yep, yeah, I get it, game, I get it. Thanks for the ample warning. Even though I don't doubt that I can deal with them easily enough. Obviously this is the more clever path to take, except I don't see any buttons. So these might just be basilisk pens. Okay, never mind. Going to take them out anyway. If I could hit them. It's kind of a requirement here. Yep. No stun, surprisingly. Probably not gonna kill this one. Oh, no, it did. Well, let's grab at least these crystals here. They're quite lovely. Oh, hello, almost missed you. Wisdom crystal, wow. Randomly on the ground. That's Pretty valuable find. Looks like Tiamat is... Oh, actually, Casca is the furthest behind. If only by a very small margin. Well, I guess still enough to determine who gets it. Well, that was nice. Surprisingly good reward. Let's check out this side, where there might or might not be another gate. There is, but it's also closed. Oh, and this actually connects to this side. Oh, there's a button. I guess I must have seen that before, but maybe I didn't really pay attention. Okay. I mean, I'm ultimately still going to slaughter every last Sith in this fortress, obviously. That's what heroes do, or so I've been told. Huh. Okay, I guess we're gonna reach this part somehow. Although it's interesting that by boat we decided to... Well, I mean, I guess it's clever that by boat we decided not to land at the official dock, but rather somewhere off to the side. But yeah, anyway. I am going to use the sneaky path. What? Nothing happens. Oh, we have to step on this. There is a massive steel gate here. Its iron lock doesn't look imposing until you note that it's covered with tiny, carefully etched protective runes. You try your keys and find that the onyx one unlocks it. One of the two onyx keys. Okay. Cool. I guess we have found those in Slith strongholds. Or various Slith occupied places. So that makes sense. There's also treasure here. Also Sliths, I noticed. Slith warrior, Slith flinger. Alright. So yeah, anyway. Even though I am going to use the smart way in, just because it's a more interesting one maybe, I'm definitely going to slaughter the main forces as well. Unless those would have just spawned in additionally if I had chosen the brute force frontal assault. It's possible. Why don't you go there? Just attack. I mean, it's not like we need to use any kind of special precautions fighting these. Nice. Try out your new bow. It seems to work. What now? Oh, okay. That worm took some time to decide who to try and attack. A pleasant side effect of going in the smart way is also that we are going in through the storerooms full of items. 4, 6, yeah, we can take one. Healing potion. Sure, you take one. And more coins. There are quite a few things left to buy, so more money is still definitely appreciated. Mutant lizards. Oh, actually, lots of sliths as well. Oh, actually only 3. Not sure that counts as lots, by most counts. Oh, hi there. I guess you guys take care of these first, or not. Oh, what? Okay, good. Kill is appreciated. Almost kill it. This might finish them. Oh, actually, it's probably not going to finish them. Maybe I should have focused attacking the mutant lizard. Because surprisingly, or maybe not surprisingly, I suppose they're supposed to be pretty large creatures. But they seem tougher than their slip masters. Yeah. Attack, and just to make sure. There we go. That's right. Rip up around us nicely. Oh well, okay, well, the normal sliths are I guess they've always been pretty pathetic. Which makes sense when you keep in mind that they're supposed to be civilians, basically. Okay. Right, that killed that one. Take him out. Check him out. Well, so far this is surprisingly easy. I don't know. I guess it's possible that the big leader of all the sliths in these lands is not that difficult of an enemy. Seems a little bit of a waste, but then again, there are probably other endgame enemies that are much tougher than this. Or of course it could turn out that on the top level, because I can't imagine this is a single level. That seems like not enough for the main slith stronghold. But we'll see. Oh, this is an elixir. They look so similar, unless you're really paying attention, which I'm not. So yeah. Anyway, what was I saying? I forget. Nope. Well, doesn't matter. Didn't mean to take that mug. So I'm assuming there's an upper level to this, because it seems a little bit small, and the enemies here are just laughable. Keep your bread. Not that you're gonna need it anymore, sliths. So yeah, it's definitely possible that the upper level is gonna be way more difficult, similarly to how the levels of Basikava were increasingly more dangerous. So we'll see. You're close to the main entry hall of the Slip Fortress. From here you can hear a massive list of warriors. That's the exact same warning we read before. I mean, okay, I guess we could have been trying to be a bit more sneaky and trying to avoid the entrance area much more than we have. Oops, I just clicked outside the window. Hope that didn't mess anything up too much. I'm going to target here and hope to hit more sliths that may be off screen. But I think the combat log would actually show that damage dealt to off screen enemies. Yeah, I'm also not seeing any more red, so seems like that was it for now. Let's see, what's this? Throne Hall South. Throne Hall. Really? Okay, but there are stairs up. Okay. There is a massive steel gate here. Its iron lock doesn't look imposing until you note that it's covered with tiny, carefully etched protective runes. You try your keys and find that the onyx one unlocks it again. Hello, Slith cultist. Ooh. Okay. You're definitely capable of inflicting damage. Well, oh, there's a Shaman Scalia. That's okay. So that's the only named enemy. Maybe together with the Slith cultist, that also seems special and also kind of tough. But yeah, those seem to be the only special enemies right now. Do I trust that they're not going to deal heavy damage to my two back row characters? I guess yeah. Because this is definitely a situation where some buffs are in order. Okay, they can move around here. Guess we focus on the cultist. Okay, good decision. It's still probably a good idea to use some healing here, especially since we got hasted and can use protection afterward. And then you do something like this. Twice actually. There we go. Okay, the shaman is standing next to my killing machine. Oh, but she's, yeah, I mean, as is to be expected from named enemies. She has quite a few hit points. That was the wrong button. Now I want to press this one. Oh well. Yeah, you target that one directly. If you're hasted, yes, you are. So... Oh, can't reach. What? Oh, because you can't move, but you can do this. Derp. Okay. Oh, she's just running away. Not quite sure why. You have no choice but to attack that one. Bit of a waste, but oh well. Kills? Yes. Almost 3, actually. Very good. Would have appreciated a remote kill here, but... Oh, hey, you're still standing here. Well. Why don't you... not sure if she can get into line of sight. Although this might work. Do that. And this was enough. In fact, you can probably finish it here. Yep, okay. Not a very tough fight, but again, that's not a surprise, considering that I'm here way later than I'm probably expected to. Even though, again, it doesn't really necessarily seem to make much sense to have the main Slith Fortress be such an early game area, but it's what it is. Dragskin bracers. I think we've had this exact same type of bracers before. Losing one, no thanks. Getting elixir. Yeah. I don't think I want these. Yeah, he has the same. Oh, actually, wait. No, he has. They're better. They're dragon skin. Never mind then. Yep. Okay. No reason to keep those at all. It's probably going to be the case for most of the loot from this place, just because it is so early game. But we might still find the occasional useful item. Like these leather pants. Well, not really. Blessed boots. I think... Okay, whatever. Might have picked up a worthless item there. But thankfully that doesn't matter too much. Okay, so we could make our way up to the throne room, but we're not going to. Not right away. Find Steel Dagger. Let's open wide all the gates. Just to add insult to injury. Okay, I could have gotten a few tungsten pincers here. Good to know. The boxes in this chamber bulge with the loot stolen from dozens of raided human and Nephilim settlements. Grisly trophies are piled around the room, silent testimony to the depths of barbarian savagery. Alright, you say so. There's really only one chest, though. Right. Oh. Here we got, again, one named enemy, Scourger the Lass, and another cultist. And lots of warriors. Okay, the game was not lying about that. As I expected. Suppose it's worth applying some buffs again. We got Battle Frenzy this time, making things even easier. I mean, this kind of fight is definitely completely overwhelming to any early game party, especially since, I mean, you see that even at our current power level we take almost devastating amounts of damage from these spells. Well, so without mass healing and the equipment that we have, this would definitely be impossible. I could use Call the Storm here. The damage isn't that great, but it does add up when you're hitting a large group like this. Hasted, very good. And for variety's sake, we use some Frost. Suddenly the group is not nearly as large anymore. Certainly helps, even though the 2 cultists? Oh yeah, 2 cultists. Actually, are still around. And this is the boss? Yes. Well, I guess you attack. Twice. Push this guy off. Backstab. He's quite resistant, I must say. Nope. Oh, wow. Thankfully that didn't go off. I did not mean to call Storm. Mass healing, of course. That would have been a major blunder. Maybe kill the cultist? Almost. Okay, well. I don't suppose this will hit them? It doesn't look like it. Although, if I could take one additional step here... Is this going to... Ah, it's not hitting the boss at all. But if I'm hitting both cultists, that's fine. Oh, I guess I missed this one. Well, never mind then. Well, we can always do this. So we're gonna probably take another fire breath. Or whatever that is. Some kind of earthquake. Not as bad as the fire though, so I appreciate it. Maybe I should have healed to be on the safe side, but we're probably going to kill this shaman here this time, and this time we can definitely kill or attack both it and the leader, and then do some of this. Oh, the flinger is still around. Yeah, I mean they're basically a non-issue. Yeah, impale yourself on our spines. See if I care. Again, healing might be the smart idea. Smart thing to do, but... Actually, the fight... Oh, I should have just used Frost again. If he kills a Tanto... Oh, well, almost. That would have been deserved, actually. Alright, that was a tough. Enemy is visible. Oh, right, there is another worm. Sorry worm, I didn't mean to be rude. There we go. Ensnaring one, yeah, leather armor, sweat spear, warrior's cloak. Okay, 5% armor, melee weapons and pole weapons, hit chance, melee damage. Yes. This one gives crit chance, less armor. I mean, yeah, there's almost no need to think about this twice. Put this on. And this, I think, can go away, because we have better stuff. Yep, pretty much. Return life. Slowly restocking our, well, stocks on those. Oh, also, we leveled up at some point. I somehow missed that. Guess that must have happened somewhere toward the end of that fight. Okay, melee weapons 20, plus 1. And I guess we were making our way upward toward Riposte again. Let's see, we could pick Riposte Mastery, speaking of that. Fast recovery, no, that's not helping. Mighty Blows for straight up damage increase, or Backstab for the 5% backstab bonus. I guess I'd pick at least one level of that, so we benefit from fighting together with our... Or she benefits from fighting together with her fellow warrior. Okay, More spears and stuff. There were probably just skulls in here, right? And we were stopped from looting this. Fine cloak, copper coins, chainmail vest. I mean, from the message that popped up upon entering this room, you'd expect a little bit better loot than that, right? At least I do. But there's another room with chests and not much in it. More tongues. A surprisingly useful item. Huh, we can close the gate that was already open. Okay, well, this first floor was easy. Like, really easy. Let's see how much more difficult the upper levels might be. Okay, well, we run into a Slith Chieftain to begin with. That's maybe boding well. But then again, it turns out that, at least by itself, it's not really a very tough enemy. Hello. So Shaman and Mage that are, well, unfortunately for them, quite close to us. Nice, next level up. Should I give her... I guess I give her 1 point of bows, just because she's using a bow now. Elemental focus would make sense to help with her damage, for sure. Fast recovery to help her recover more spell energy mostly. Not so worried about the health. Or unending mana. I guess we're gonna increase her max mana. That should be the final mana increase too. 327, 322, yeah. So they're really close in that regard. Alright. Spellcasters have been dealt with. Not sure if this guy is going to want to play with us. Well, he will now. And the next one. And the next one. Let's see. Do this. No, I didn't expect him to be able to reach us. Well, we tried. There must be a lot more slits in this room, yep. Just around the corners. Including a shaman. Well, that may not have been the smartest idea. And again, we can't quite reach all of these. But I will do this because it's gonna kill the Flinger and the Warrior, actually. Okay. Shaman wasted a turn. And wasted everyone's time by summoning a weak creature that we're gonna have to deal with. Yeah, more dual wielding. Wasn't there a third dual wielding perk? Maybe not. Mighty Blows is maxed out. Health, robust health. I wish there was some kind of trait that just increases your spell resistance, maybe magical resistances, even if only by a little. Of course, I can always just pick robust health. In fact, it's really the only one left that makes much sense apart from an additional point of strength. I mean, we can eventually have 5 points of strength this way, so Certainly not useless. But I guess I'm gonna improve his health. 225. Actually, he's not that far behind Casca at all. Okay, easy enough. And there's another slit left. Not anymore. And we ran into line of sight of this one, so I guess we might as well charge forward. Get it over with. You know what? Have one of these. Even though it's not particularly effective. Yeah, so as far as difficulty goes, it doesn't really feel like it increased much. I guess we have seen a chieftain, and yeah, that's really it. The rest are the same enemies we've seen before. So yeah. If the boss himself is on this very level, I already feel a bit bad for him. Okay, let's go back and loot all the stuff that we left lying around here. Okay, even more tools of all kinds. And of course you miss a mage. So it'll do something. Summon another creature, of course. That's what they left. Young ogre. And just to make sure that we kill it. Do this. Okay. I was hoping that the pet would be so low level that that won't die from a single ice storm. While rushing through these places, it's also easy to... oh, more spears. Easy to miss buttons on walls, if there are any. Another platinum ring. Well, we have the one that we maybe need. Shamans were on the other side, and this seems to be the library, study, whatever, where the mages hang out. There, 25 mage spells. I would love to put more points in here without increasing more arcane lore. Then again, I don't know, I guess... oh, that's maximum level 10. Oh, so maybe... yeah, I don't know. Maybe there is not a maximum level on the base skills. But these might just max out at 10. So, well, okay, in that case, I might as well. Let's see here. I was thinking about picking Sword Mage, just so he can wear more different armor if I find it. But then again, I shouldn't really need that. But fortune, I could always increase more fortune. Or improve intelligence like this. I could also improve blessings, because he basically only uses one type of blessing spells. Or a blessing spell, but that one's quite important. That's haste, of course. Let's see. His mana is already at the maximum. Could always improve more health, or as I said, fortune. I guess it makes sense to max out the spells I use the most, right? Or to make maximum use of those. It looks like there's another enemy here. And I think I damaged that one as well. Yep, sure did. Nice. Collecting scroll. Again, never used one of those. Oh, these dirty, much-read books and scrolls have all been looted from human settlements. The Siths have been reading them in an attempt to learn more about humanity. Since most of the books are crude romance novels and boring treatises on astronomy, you don't think that they've learned much of interest. Well, okay, they probably picked up a few interesting tidbits from the romance novels, but nothing that will help them win a war. Yeah. Okay. Oh, there's a button. Huh. Not a lot of room for things to open up, but enough. What? This is completely pointless. This little corridor serves absolutely no purpose. Does it? I mean, you can't possibly use that to sneak around. I mean, maybe if you entered combat mode and moved everyone across here, but without doing that you will definitely draw attention from probably both the groups in these rooms. And even then. Yeah, I don't know. Yes, and then maybe using the same method you could sneak around without alerting the mages. But he'll still have to fight himself unless there is a way to deal with him in a non-violent way, which seems unlikely after... Well, okay, I mean, it seems unlikely after slaughtering all of his minions. Maybe not as unlikely if you manage to actually go through without killing almost any of them, or maybe none of them, I don't know. Maybe there's a completely fully stealthy way to get through here. It's not impossible. Of course, we're long past that point. Oh, wait. This is not... Okay, this is the temple, not the actual throne room. Good. Take out the normal sliths, just so we have less enemies to deal with. Shaman. And you... No, I didn't mean to loot that, but that's okay. Yeah. That should work nicely. Alright. Damage not so bad. Ah, come on. That should work. Yes. So at least it's pretty much down to the boss. Okay. Come on. Don't be annoying here. These lizards are just way too tanky. Okay, more of that. Magical damage, interestingly. Well, I guess it is a magical spell. Just... oh. The altar. Okay, yeah, sure. As you approach the altar, it starts to heat up. At first it's warm, then it glows red hot. A wave of searing wind tries to throw you back, but then it fades away. The power of the barbarian spirits of the Slizorikai is not enough to stop you. I'm, well, glad to hear it. That would have been very inconvenient in the middle of this fight. You know what? We're taking some damage here, slowly but surely. Let's not take this too lightly. Well, she was missed. Ah. Oh, okay. You decided to... Oh, you're terrified. You didn't decide to run away. Well then, in that case, I'll take it back. Radiant boots. Right. No reason to ever use those. This is... oh, what is this? Oh, that's just a Tiamat. Hello. Please don't be level 3, please don't be level 3. Should be close enough? Yes, okay, good. This hall is a memorial to Slith warriors fallen in battle. It is strangely, eerily quiet. That's not gonna be the case for much longer. There's a button. A bit tougher to see on these walls. Okay. Incense. Basilisk Fang Wand, which we already have. Yeah, well. Power Lash. Right. I mean, this is a reasonably powerful one that I still never use. But at least there's a reason to use that. Maybe one day. Okay. Eerily quiet, but no suddenly spawning enemies. That's unusual. There's unusual. Okay, so the main path. Yeah, well, obviously this must have been intended for making the sneaky route possible. So obviously the main route must be this way. Oh, okay. Nice hit. Another Slith Mage, and this must be the throne room then. Okay, only hit the one. Steel Ward, Group Heal, and an urn. Oh, more magical notes. Alright. Nothing else though. No buttons, no nothing. Okay, better save the game. This looks important. Okay, it's only the antechamber. Hello. This book is filled with crude Slith writing and diagrams. It has been filled with plans and maps describing past operations and potential attacks yet to come. Since you can't understand the barbarian scrawling, you can make little sense of what they are up to. One thing is clear enough. New attacks are imminent. Well, I guess that justifies our slaughter here. At last, you have reached the throne room of the nerve center of the barbarian Slithzerikai assault against Avernum. It looks exactly as you expected. This is not a place for a calm ceremony. There are instruments of torture and a clear area in the center for the fighting of duels. Blood is spilled in here every day, and nobody bothers to mop it up. And yet there is one thing you expected to find here that is noticeably absent. Guards. The throne room is calm and still. It seems to be waiting for you to step through the open gate and issue your challenge. Oh, yeah, it's also missing himself. As you reach the center of the throne room, the portcullis slams shut behind you. Big surprise there. As you start to look for an escape route, a gate to the east opens. Several Slith warriors stand on the other side, eager to enter and slay you. Another Slith warrior walks up to the west gate. He is enormous, a full 7 feet tall. 7 feet? That is pretty tall, yeah. Much larger than any Slith you've ever seen. He wears a golden torque and wields a spear full 7 feet long. He's all bone and muscle. This is the infamous Lord of the Barbarian Slithzerikai. As you gawk at him, he raises his spear and says, "Ah, humans! Here in my lair, I have been waiting for you, and now you comes. Now we fight, and I avenged the death of my brothers and sisters. You will duel warriors who begged me the right to fight you, and get the honor of your deaths." He lowers his spear and steps back from the gate. His warriors begin to pour into the chamber. Alright. I mean, I didn't actually see him, but let's pretend. Slith Chieftain, okay. Thankfully, we act before them, so we can just block them in here. Oh, actually, combat has not yet started. Nope, never mind. That guy's faster. That means that they will all rush into here. Can't really do anything about that. I mean, we might be able to slay this guy quickly once again. But you know what? Let's actually... Speaking of doing things quickly, let's cast haste. And if they come in here, so what? Well, yeah. At least one of the flingers was nice enough to to cooperate here. Sure. Some more buffing. And this. Obviously, this being the exact same enemies we've been fighting all this time, this is not really any more difficult than anything we've faced in here before. Not to mention the countless, much more difficult things we've faced outside. Oh, you're okay. Of course, it will remain to be seen whether we actually end up fighting himself, or if he's going to find some kind of excuse to retreat somewhere else. Oh, now you will face a true foe. You will face those who risk all to make you a sacrifice, who will feed on your hearts, take your power and offer it up to the gods. Shouts this, but his heart isn't in it. You doubt he is optimistic about their success. He steps back from the gate. It opens. Several shamans step into view. Okay. Yeah, a bit late. Enchanter. Okay. Finish off the player. Very good. And, oh, I failed to realize that she still had an action. And these guys didn't even get to act at all. Feel a little bit bad. Slith Priest. Oh. They just... Why did they completely skip their first turn? Well, I mean, it works for me. Ah, hey, that's him, finally. You stand among the carnage of the throne room, your foes defeated. You look for It is not hard to find him. He is sitting in his throne. Oh, is he now? Watching you. You aren't sure how he was able to get there unobserved. Perhaps he was concealed there all along, hidden by illusions and misdirection. He does not speak. He only nods. He rises, steps forward, brandishes a spear, and adopts a battle pose. Oh! Never mind then. There he is. Unfortunately, we're in the wrong room here. Okay, but we did get at least one attack off. The debuff failed though. Okay, War Chant is still active. Let's play it safe and do this. Reapply Haste and Battle Frenzy. Awesome. Okay, Weakness Curse. Right, we can attack twice. 3 times actually. But oh, I'm stunned. That sucks. Well, in that case, make sure we can act next turn for sure. War Curse him. Let's see. Could use some Spray Acid. Okay, that worked. I was gonna say that. I guess the animation had to be complete first. Fire Blast? Actually, no. He's gonna be immune, or not immune, but resistant to fire. So lightning it is. And he does seem to be quite pathetically weak. Okay, right. Attack twice. Suddenly stops attacking. He bends his knee and turns his torso. He is clearly about to make a berserk swing, smashing everyone nearby. So I should try to run away? You know what? I'm tempted to not do that. I'm pretty sure he's not going to kill us. Taking a bit of a risk, but only a bit. Also, yeah, that... Oh, Throne Defender. Hello. He looked like a normal Slith, so I didn't even bother looking at him, but... Yep, well... His big attack hasn't even gone off yet, and it looks like he might not even get to do that at all. You know what? I feel bad for him. Wrong. So I'm going to give him an opportunity to use his big attack at least once. Except he's not doing it. There we go. Okay. Do it twice. Okay. Sure. And lightning spray. There he goes. That was the big leader of all the sliths. Again. A little bit disappointing. Underwhelming, I should say. You have managed to slay the strongest slith in all of Avernum. Leader of the barbarian sliths that have been rampaging through your land. Not all of the sliths are evil. With Sgan, it is possible that the kinder factions will gain strength. Even if they don't, the evil sliths have taken a grievous blow. You take the torque of leadership from his corpse as proof of your accomplishment. And the fight is not quite over yet. Hey, achievement just popped up. The Great Foe Falls. Oh. Snared. And stunned or slowed? Okay. Well then, do this. And another one that we can't reach. That looked painful. There we go. Only a total of 3? You'd expect 2 from each side, right? I guess not. Okay. So what did we get? The torque must be a special item. Torque of Sths, there it is. You took this trophy off the head of Sth's current, well, former leader of the evil sliths in Avernum to prove that you managed to rid the world of his menace. Okay. There's a button here as well. Okay, well, save the game first and foremost. We are over an hour, but I feel like I should probably finish off this place first. There shouldn't be that much more to do here, especially no fighting. Maybe. Oh, I didn't even see that door at first. So well camouflaged. Speed elixir. Probably at least one level 3 barrier. Yep, of course. So we'll be forced to return here. Let's see here, experience-wise. Oh. Tiamak's behind. Not his behind, but he is behind. In case that wasn't clear. Okay. And now he's probably ahead. That's fine though. Yes. That is indeed a level 3 barrier. Okay, so Slith Castle. 2F or whatever. Level 3 barrier. There we go. Another one added to the already pretty long list. Of course, the way I meticulously avoid entering any endgame areas or any late game areas until the latest possible moment. Or, I mean, that's not necessarily true, but it's more like... Wait, this doesn't do anything? Oh, hidden switch. You think that there is a concealed control here, but you can't figure out how to get it to work. That's a first. It also seems like it would only open this, so... There's no reason to get it to work? Okay, anyway. I mean, I've obviously been throwing myself at somewhat later game things than I was expected to. Oh, what? What? Oh, never mind. This opened something here? Yeah, trying to think and play and talk at the same time is difficult. Too difficult for me, as it turns out. What are these? Oh, nice. Poison. Battle Frenzy. And nothing. As far as you can tell, nothing happens. Is that a trick? Is there something terrible going on? Traits? No. No dread curse or anything. Okay. So what was I even trying to say? Basically I was trying to get at the reason why I don't have the level 3 barrier spell yet, because I'm avoiding, or I've been avoiding places... Little Bernie, oh no! Oh. Sorry, little Bernie. Avoiding places that the game wanted me to visit, so it's quite possible that... Or it's actually almost guaranteed that the game will eventually funnel me to a place where I'll get that, because that's obviously kind of an essential part of the progress in this game. And chances are I could have reached that point a long time ago if I had actually followed where the game wanted me to go, instead of avoiding those places at all costs and going to much later game areas than I would have normally been expected to go. Of course, the level 3 barrier tome might also be in a place that is just, you know, somewhat hidden and not something you're required to go. So I could have stumbled into that just by doing exactly what I've been doing, but I guess that hasn't happened so far. There is a thick book on this pedestal. The thick papyrus pages are covered with dense, strange writing. Try to decipher. These scrolls on the pedestal are all on religious topics. They are from a variety of different faiths. Must have had a contemplative side. One of the scrolls is in your language. It describes an interesting ritual. You can improve your knowledge of the spell Divine Fire here. Nice. Divine Fire level 2. You concentrate and try to memorize it. With work, you gain more proficiency. So that means we could now buy the 3rd rank of this. Okay, so far it adds a 20% bonus. I think that means it just deals more damage. Okay, Fine Slice Spear, Golden Goblet, some wine. No extra secrets hidden in private chamber. Alright. Yeah, this button is a little bit mysterious. Maybe you're supposed to find this while you're still fighting in the middle of this room and think, aha, maybe this is a secret way out or something, and then just get disappointed. I don't know, because otherwise it seems to serve absolutely no purpose. Well, anyway. Spell Tome, yep. Treasure Room. Throne Room. And with that, we have dealt with the Slith Menace for good. That was a bit anticlimactic. Of course, only because I was already overpowered when I came here. But it also happened so early in the game, quote unquote. I mean, 40 hours in, 45, I don't know. Many hours in. But potentially, if I had played the game the normal way, I could have done this a lot sooner. So, well, it's what it is. I guess next time we're going to return and tell everyone about our triumphant deeds here. And hopefully be, I don't know, celebrated for the heroes that we are. Finally recognized. Yeah, looking forward to that. As always, I thank you very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed. If you did, please hit the like button, leave a comment, and I shall see you real soon. Bye-bye.